Corey here with Basketball Yeti. We've met up a few times this season, and it just feels like we keep going through more milestones. I just want to quickly talk about your points. How do you kind of feel this season, man? All of them are up, like 10 points last season, almost 20 this season. Assists, rebounds. What do you contribute that to?
Just being healthy, it's not really a surprise for me. I've done that my whole life. Obviously, last season, I struggled with my body and my fitness and a lot of injuries, so it was hard for me to move out there on the floor how I wanted to. I'm not really sure why everyone's so surprised. I've been a scorer my whole career, and everyone has their ups and downs, and it doesn't help with injuries. So now I'm healthy. I'm feeling great out there and play freely, can do what I want to do on the floor, and I think that's showing.
I think I wouldn't say maybe the Basketball Yeti community is surprised at what you're doing. I think it's more like I feel like the spotlight's probably been taken away because there's been, some dramas that might have been blowing up over the last kind of couple of weeks when we're just trying to focus on the floor. And so maybe I kind of feel like the spotlight's been pushed away from what you're actually doing on the court. For me, I see a lot of what you guys are trying to do, and I think I try and deliver as much as I can to show you how positive the club is actually going and in the direction it is actually going.
Yeah.
How do you want to just shout out to the community and say what it's like in the club for actuals?
First off, I appreciate that. I think, one of the guys who does keep it positive, and we see that, and we appreciate that. But, inside these walls, we've got a great culture. We've got a great group of people working upstairs who work hard for this club, put their heart and soul into this club, and obviously that shows with ticket sales and us getting out in the community, going around to schools and merchandise and all the other things that they do. Then on the floor, we've got a great culture. We've got a great bunch of guys. We're all friends on and off the floor. Everyone gets on great. We've had a bit of adversity with the injuries, and it's tough when your main guys go down. It's not like the 12th or development players have gone down. It's been starters who carry huge loads and have a huge role in this team. So it's always tough to for someone to step into those shoes. But we're staying positive. We're sticking with the process that we have. We believe in our coaches. We have a great coaching staff. And we believe in each other. So, we come in here and we work hard every day, and a lot of the people don't see that. A lot of the people might hear things around town, hearsay, read a little article here and there and form some opinion and latch onto something negative or whatever they read. But, it's kind of strange that people like to latch onto the negative things. But, that's life. Sometimes you go through tough times. And with a lot of change, there's going to be some growing pains, I think. But 100% belief in this club. For example, Tom Abercrombie, who's the ultimate pro that you've ever met in any sport and around the world, I'd say. I'd put him up against anyone to be the ultimate pro, has signed an extension. He wouldn't do that if he didn't believe that we had a good culture and we had a good club. He's the captain here, and he believes in that. And, Tom's one of the greatest men that I've played beside, and I've known Tom since primary school, I think.
Yeah.
So, that just shows, and we know what we've got going on inside these walls, and a lot of people don't. So, we try to block out all that noise. I'm one of the ones who's a little bit outspoken sometimes in the media and on social media and stuff. So, I say a little bit here and there, but we've got a great club. We're going to battle, we're going to fight through this. We're going to get all our players back from injury and go on a winning streak, and then, we're going to show the rest of New Zealand what we are made of.
Yep, and to be honest, the stretch at the start of the season, you basically played the top four opening every weekend. You were playing up against some of the toughest guards in the league. To kind of be within reach and not have your full lineup most of the time, starting with 2 people out of the 5 in the starting lineup. I think you're doing great, and I just think what you commented on, you and Tom, I think the leadership's there and it's obvious, and I kind of can see a lot of what you guys are continuing from the past and bringing it forward.
For sure.
I think that's great. Can we just talk about that ankle quickly, man?
Yeah.
And any advice for when, just those people who are new to balling, because ankle injuries are a thing. They do happen quite often. Probably you don't want them happening at all.
No.
But what's that kind of first thought in your head? And then what's the kind of first aid you usually like to apply?
Yeah, so I was kind of worried when I first did it. I landed quite awkwardly on my ankle, and because I've done that, I've done that a few times, and it's kind of come right after, a couple minutes and settled down. I was worried when it didn't come right, but when I got the X-ray just to make sure, and that was cleared of any serious damage. So, I've made progress over the last couple of days, which is good. I couldn't put any weight on it after the game and during that night, but now I can. So making some good progress. Obviously, injuries are part of the game, and you can't always control that. But it's important to get in your rest and your rehab and do the right things. And so I've started that, obviously, and it's going good. Hopefully, I'm not out for too long. If I can keep making progress over the next couple of days, then possible I could play on Saturday. If not, definitely the next game.
Oh, great news. So, you hate those 4 to 6 week kind of comebacks.
It won't be that long for sure.
And we're looking at Hobson coming back this weekend, and Delaney's looking like he's moving pretty freely up and down the court.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to kind of just seeing the team compete?
For sure. We've been missing Hop. He's a huge part of what we do, and an amazing talent. So it'll be great to have him back. Hopefully he can play freely and not worry about it too much, and I'm sure he will, because he's moving great now, and Finn's, like you said, Finn's moving good. So it'll be great to see them out there together, and hopefully we can get Rob back soon, and finally play with our full squad once I'm back, and that'll be good. Play some good ball.
And one last question, man. Sneaker Ventures and you. What do you reckon he's just kind of doing for the sneaker game in New Zealand, man?
Yeah, he's created his own lane. Shout out Sneaker Ventures, that's my guy Woody. He's just doing something amazing for the culture, for basketball. Sneakers are a big part of the basketball culture and the community, and he loves it, and puts his love and his passion and his soul into what he's doing, and much respect to that. I think he's the only one doing it out here, and a lot of people have jumped on board with that, and it's just great to see. So I know some amazing opportunities are going to come from that for him, and I was one of the first ones to start doing that with him and be involved with what he's got going on. So look out for that. I'm sure it's going to grow.
For real, man. Hey, thank you.
Cool. All good, bro.
Cheers, bro.